everybody, my name is Carol Brown. I'm an urban fantasy author, a writer for Otherworld Inc. and 3 Fates Press, and author of this book right here. So the video I had planned out for today was actually like hashtag author problems, the problems that authors faced, which is both overdone, and then as I was scripting it just sounded like me whining a lot, and I really don't want to set that tone on this channel. And then I was like, maybe I could do another rant video, and I was like, I don't want to set that tone either. So today I'm just going to actually talk about how August went and then how to move forward, and we'll kind of see what happens after that. I'm just going to warn y'all, this video is going to be super casual because I'm tired, I haven't had coffee. Yeah, so this is us right now. Okay, so the stuff that went well, I have written right here because I did have to do a quick recap. So stuff that went well, the book came out and that was spectacular. I mean, it went a lot better than I thought it was. AuthorTube made it really amazing. Friends I hadn't seen forever made it amazing. Like, it went really well. I was just really floored by all the support I got from multiple angles. The sales went really well as well, considering everything. I'm not buying still not buying a Lamborghini anytime soon, but it's definitely a lot more than I thought it was going to be. So if you did purchase my works, thank you so much. Like, thanks. Still continued to go to the gym. I actually put weight on, but like my waist and like leg size and all that stuff went down. So got the gain in more than one way. Definitely not the way I wanted it to go. The other thing I finished this month is I did finish the book for next month's like little drunk book review, so that was done. I actually really enjoyed that book. I can't wait to talk about it. So the stuff I didn't get done, last month I said that I was going to write 2,000 words a day, which is totally plausible for me, on a certain book. I wrote 2,000 words a day. I didn't write it on that particular book. I can't really explain why I wasn't working on that one. Like, it's just like when I came to sit and work on it, I was just like, no, and then I would go and write something completely different. But yeah, so I got the 2,000 words done. I just didn't write it for the thing I meant to write it for. Whose fault is that? It's mine. The other thing that didn't happen is I did not have any time off. Like, everybody from friends to work to family, we're all kind of like, you need to take time off, and I was like, you're absolutely right, I do need to take time off. But I haven't been able to take time off because as much as everybody's kind of like, after the book launch you can take some time off, it doesn't work that way. You still have to market your book, you have to like talk to people and a whole bunch of other stuff. Marketing's involved. But on top of that, I'm still going to college. I am taking 2 master level courses online. It's a lot of busy work, so definitely no rest for the wicked there. And then on top of that, work was very busy as well. We had a Kickstarter. Kickstarter was funded, like 600% funded. We were not expecting it. It went really fast, and we were definitely scrambling it on our end to do things that we weren't expecting to do as soon as we did it, but we got it done. And at this point, this kind of leads me into the unexpected things that I ended up having to do that I'm still doing right now. So first unexpected thing, there's another dog in my house. I wasn't expecting the dog. The dog kind of just ended up happening. It's my brother-in-law's dog. I won't dive into the situation, but he's in my house now, and so having to adapt with him has been interesting because he's a high-maintenance dog, chronic allergies, like all sorts of stuff. He's passive-aggressive as all get out, not to mention he's a sneaky little we don't let the dog sleep on the bed, so what he does is he waits until we're asleep and then he gets on the bed. Like, this is the dog I have right now. The other unexpected thing I found myself doing is, so after the Kickstarter, there's a thing called Pledge Manager. I suddenly found myself in charge of that, but that's fine. We adapt, right? So I've been handling that. The other thing is, I've been doing more videos than you see. I've been doing them for work. I just haven't shared them with you guys, sorry y'all. But I have been doing videos for Otherworlds, on top of everything else. I got into a new hobby with my husband. It's called Bolt Action. Basically, it's like Risk, but it's on a smaller scale. There's armies involved. We got him an army. We're going to get me an army, and then we're going to fight a lot in the game. Not actually fight. We don't do that. And then another thing that I wasn't expecting is that I ended up... So I have a project, right? I call it like my tarot project, not this one. But basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make a set of cards that are themed for my book. And originally I was drawing these all myself, and then at one point I realized like I need somebody else to come and do this because I just, as much as I like drawing it, I don't have all the skill sets. So I found an artist, and the artist was agreeable, and we came to an agreement with pricing and pacing and all this other stuff. And the thing I wasn't expecting is that they wanted a contract, and I was like, God damn it. So I had to write a contract and go back and forth with them to make sure that the wording's right, which is a lot more complicated than you may think because their native language is Korean, and so there's been a lot of translations going back and forth, so I was doing that, but we're getting there. I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't I didn't get the book I wanted to get done this month, but at the same time, I kind of have to realize that I was definitely hitting like not burnout, but like definitely like mental fatigue. Like I was tired. I'm still tired. Like the tiredness is here. You can see it. So when it came time to actually doing the writing, it was just a lot better for me to just work on something that I was intrigued with at the moment. Now, next month, I know what I'm focusing on. In fact, let's go ahead and talk about September. Alright, so the first thing I got down here for September is actually taking time off. So the college that I go to, it doesn't follow like a semester 1 and semester 2 schedule. It follows a quarter system. So I technically have 4 semesters a year. So the semester for this quarter is about to come to an end in a few weeks, and when it does, I'm taking time off. Like I have a 3-week break between the next set of classes I have to take. I've already B&B'd a cabin out in the middle of the woods. I'm gonna be off grid for like 4 days. I'm already looking forward to it. I can't wait. So I've got that going on. The other thing is I'm starting a collab. I'm starting a collab with somebody, which I'm going to talk about in the newsletter first before I actually start talking about on the channel, just because I have to give the newsletter people like some extra little stuff, which there is more extra stuff in there. I can't wait to share it with you. So I'm going to start a collab next month with another person. I got to make my goals for quarter 4 because at the end of September, obviously we're moving into another quarter, so I have to finalize those goals. I started making them, didn't finish them. I need to script chapter 2 for the comic series. I actually just this week finished scripting chapter 1. I rushed it a little bit, but I want to have the chapter 2 finalized because I know that the beta reading process is going to take a little while, so the sooner I have it done, the better for everybody. The big thing that I'm going to be working on in September is I actually am going to finish the novella. The novella 10 Brownies was my Camp NaNoWriMo project, and I went through and I hammered it all out, and I'm pretty sure it's a flaming dumpster fire right now, but I'm going to go through it. I am going to edit it. I am going to polish that bad boy up, and hopefully I'm going to send it to my publisher by the end of September. The other thing with September is I got to keep up with the social media, Instagram and YouTube mostly. I've already got my videos scripted out for YouTube. I just need to stay on top of Instagram right now. And then I need to talk to my publishers about the publishing schedule, like, you know, in what order that we're going to be working with the books, because one of my publishers actually has two publishings. Like their main one is Violet Gaze, and then off of that is the Three Fates Press. So they're kind of like, it's an off branch of that one. And I am working with the Violet Gaze on another project, but I do want to figure out what their priority for the posting schedule is, just so that way I'm on the same page with them, and then I can plan accordingly. So that's what I need to do for September, which it's a very small list, but now that I'm looking at it, it's a lot to do, but we'll wing it, right? I totally forgot to put gym stuff on here. I'm still gonna go to the gym. I need to work on my running again. The weights aren't a problem, but like I used to run like 5 to 10 miles, and like today I was at the gym and I got to like 2 miles and I was like, I'm done. So that bothers me a lot because I usually am really good at the long distance running. So I would like by the end of September to be back up to running my 5K, but running 5 miles a day again, or not a day, but just in one go. So those are all my goals, and I want to have a discussion, right? Like I want to talk about it. I don't want to be kind of like, these are my goals and these are things that I want to do and blah blah blah. No, I want to talk about stuff, and it's my channel and I do what I want. So part of the reason that I do make these videos about my goals and the stuff I'm working on and what I'm successful in and not successful in is that I'm trying to be transparent about how much work actually goes into doing something, the hiccups that people encounter, and kind of ways to combat them. A lot of the time you're hearing me talk about like I'm tired and I've got burnout and I've got a lot of things that I'm trying to do, and that's just how it is. Like even if you are a traditionally published author, a lot of the outbound marketing and a lot of the work is getting pushed more and more onto authors. Like it's getting to the point that when you are starting to query a letter and people are interested, one of the questions that they ask is, what is your marketing plan for your book? Like it's getting, the responsibility is definitely having a shift right now. And I think it's really important to kind of understand that, because there is this I've encountered it since the book came out, there's this very silly perception that a book comes out and then it's immediately picked up by a movie studio or a cartoon or a TV show, and then it just goes full out after that. And only 1% of books do that. There's so many other books that are out there and they're all very good, but only like the chosen few get to, be in the media spotlight like that. Like one of the things I was doing this morning, which is another reason why I'm tired, is that I was looking at the sales and the income of everything that I have done so far, and then I was looking at how I was going to have to reinvest that. For example, when you are an author and you're trying to increase your reach and stuff like that, a lot of the money that you are making is still going to go. It's going to go into marketing. It's going to go into other projects. A lot of the income that I'm making, both from the book sales and from Otherworld, is actually going to be going into like the tarot project. It's also going to be going into marketing. It's going to be going into reach and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's not going into my pocket. It's not going towards my Lamborghini. And in all actuality, I'm not expecting to have any kind of like steady profit income from my works until probably 4 years from now, and that's when I'm gonna most likely have book 5 out. The comic that I'm working on with Otherworlds is gonna be out, and a couple of other things are gonna be out. But so we're looking at having 5 books out, 2 novellas at that point, the comic, I got the other project. So I'm looking at having 7 works out to have any kind of income. That's being generous. I'm probably actually gonna have to have 15 things out before I have any kind of steady income, which comes from my work. And I don't think that that's always something that's actually discussed with the author community in general. Again, like I said, there's this weird perception that I publish a book, it gets loved by everybody, and then it becomes a TV show or a movie or whatever, and that it just doesn't work that way. Now, I know if you're a writer and you're looking at getting published, I'm literally ending this on a downer note for you, or at least it can be perceived that way. But what I'm trying to be honest, and I'm trying to be upfront, because again, as I said, this perception that is had towards writing and that what authors get, it's not healthy, and it's better to know kind of what you're going into versus finding out when it hits you in the face. Now, I knew from the get-go it was going to be like this, because I always talk about the writing group I go to. At my writing group, there's an owner of a publisher, and then there's somebody who's been publishing for over 20 years. He's self-published, he's hybrid published, he's traditionally published. And both of them, when we have new people come in, like they're the hard reality brick when we have new people who come in and think that they're going to get movie deals, and it doesn't work that way. Even J.K. Rowling didn't get a movie deal right off the bat. In fact, her book, I'll be really honest, her book didn't really get a lot of traction until a lot of people got really upset about the witchcraft in her book, and then they were kind of like, we can't have this book come out because it's got witchcraft in it, and what happened? Everybody bought it. So, it's just, you gotta get lucky sometimes on that stuff. So, since we are still talking about goals, feel free to actually share what you are working on for the month of September. Did you accomplish the goal that you meant to for August? And how are you going to progress forward with the next month? And the only reason I'm asking is because if you type it and you're accountable, or at least you say it to somebody, it makes it more tangible, makes you want to do it. And I'm definitely curious. I'm obviously a very goal-centered person. I'm all about trying to help us stay on the path, and having some goals is better than having no goals because it gives you direction, yada yada yada. I've had a huge video about this. But feel free to share those, let us cheer you on, and let us know if you made your goals for last month. But that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to talking to you all next week.